Hi guys, I wanted to talk you through how to do your book talk project really quickly. Um, so this recording will only let me do 5 minutes, so I'm going to try to just go through it quickly, but here are your instructions. They are on Canvas. Basically, what you're going to do is a newsletter type document for your book. And the great thing about our new MacBooks and your new Microsoft Word is that you have some templates for this. So if you go under File and New from Template and pull up and type, I already did it, pull up and type newsletter in here, you have a lot of these you can choose from. So you don't have to design it yourself. In fact, I really wouldn't recommend you designing it yourself because that's really a lot of work. And then sometimes the boxes get all off. So any of these you choose, you can go in and change out the colors and the fonts and stuff to your liking, but I would not try to do one myself. I've also pulled up some examples of some previous students' book talks. So just quickly, like I said, I'm not going to go through it in great detail because you can read it for yourself, but I've outlined what goes on each page. You are going to give your book talk a name and then a publisher name. So think of something kind of creative to do that would go with your book. So just like, for example, this one is called Coach and Horses Daily, Ipping Publishing Agency. That if you've ever read that book, it has something to do with that book. Another one over here, Jackson Island News, the Band of Robber Publishing Company. So you're giving it a name for your document and then a publisher name, which is totally made up. Just make it something creative that has to do with your book. Okay, also on page 1, so you are going to do a little research for this project. So 3 word of mouth excerpts. I want you to find like 3 things that people have said about the book. You know, sometimes you'll see little write-ups on the back or the cover of the book talking about what a great book it is. So I want you to find 3 of those and cite them. So you can see on this one, you know, there they are right there. Tell me who said it. And then another thing that goes on this one is you're going to be a statement of merit. So those are the 2 biggest things to understand is that the word of mouth is 3 things that 3 other people have said about it. The statement of merit, I want you to say one about it. So you're doing kind of the same thing. You are just saying something about the book. Also, give me a little plot summary. Notice it says brief, guys. I don't have to have like a whole, page plot summary. You're fitting it into one of those little boxes. A picture of the novel, a list of characters with description, and a sketch or a picture of the setting. So again, just to kind of show you, I just pulled a couple from previous years. Here's one. Be careful with your design elements. I know we tend to like a lot of color, but sometimes lots of color is not necessarily better. I actually really like that it's black and white, but I really like this design. It's very simple. But also, this student filled in the page. Not a lot of white space. You don't want to leave a lot of white space. Make your text kind of fill in the boxes here. Make it pleasing to the eye. Have some really good, well-placed pictures. That's why I said I wouldn't necessarily try to design it myself. Okay, on page 2, you're going to put the name of the book talk and the publisher again. Now, usually on those templates on Word, it will do it automatically for you. But again, make sure you have that on all your pages. On this page, you're going to do author background, photo of the author, and additional artwork. So anything that you think might go with your work. Again, I'll pull up one just to kind of show you. So here's from H.G. Wells as the author, other figures at the time, other things going on. That's pretty self-explanatory. Page 3 is more things that were going on at the time of the book. Historical, political, cultural context for the life of the author, other major figures who were contemporaries of the author, facts about the time periods, photos from the time periods. Basically, with this page, things that would help us understand the context of the book a little bit better. References to music, the setting. Is there something we need to know about the setting of the book? So again, just let you, oops, that's not the right thing, guys. Let you see again. Show you the other one too. So yeah, that one's page 2 with the author stuff, interesting facts. Other figures, things going on in history. And this is kind of cute too, because in this book, in Huckleberry Finn, they do talk very like country. So this kind of other learning, that's why this child, it wasn't just a typo, that's why they did that. I thought that was kind of cute. I really like the layout here. This looks really good. Filling in all the space, but it's not overwhelming. And then the last page, you're going to do other reading suggestions. I always think of it like Amazon. Like, okay, if you like this book, you might also like this book. Other reading suggestions, additional information that you might need to know, additional artwork. And this is the most important thing with this, because we don't really have time in 10th grade to do a major research project, but I do want you to do a little research for this. So I want you to list your websites. So we know that if we use something, we have to cite it. And I want you to give me just a brief annotation of the site, just meaning this site told me about the author's life, or this was the site I used to get my information about the time period. So make sure that you have the annotations with that. Like this right here, this kid did a good job with that. You know, here's my website, help finding books similar to Huckleberry Finn, help me with the information about the article. So make sure that you tell me what the site is. This is not MLA format or anything like that. We don't have time for that right now. We might later in the year talk about MLA format, but I really just want you to get into that idea of, you know, if you use it, you have to cite it. So again, I really just wanted to briefly kind of go over, you're making a newsletter, do not reinvent the wheel. Use one of those templates. It really will make it easier. You know, cite your sources, make sure you go through those directions and that you have everything that I'm asking you to have on it. And one last thing that this kid didn't do, but I would highly recommend that you do, is once you've got it all perfect and you like it, I would save this as a PDF instead of a Word document, just because I've seen it many times before that once you, just every once in a while when it goes from computer to computer or different versions of Word, the boxes and things get a little off. But if you save it as a PDF and then download that as your Canvas assignment, it should look perfect. So I would highly suggest, and I put it here, that you make it a PDF document. So those are your instructions. Again, like I said, I'm not going to go through each and everything with you because you can read, but I did want to show you some examples. Here's how I'm going to grade it. Y'all already saw the list. You've already done this. And you're going to upload it right here to the final product. This is due December 2nd for A Day or December 3rd for B Day. Again, make it a PDF. Please download the document. Please put your name in it. So, like if this were my assignment, Heather Westerfield Book Talk PDF, and download it here. All right, guys, I am going to send this to you so that you can go ahead and get started on this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in class. That's fine, because I know if you have the question, somebody else probably has the same question. I just wanted to get this out to y'all because we keep running out of time in class. And I have got a couple people at home just so y'all would know what to do so you could go ahead and be working on it. All right, guys, y'all have a great one.